Today we are going to see network. Network is a graphical representation of logical and sequentially connected activities and events of a project. It is also called as arrow diagram. There are two techniques widely used in networking. The first one is the critical path method, which is referred as CPM, and the next one is program evaluation and review technique, popularly called as PERT. First, let us see CPM. In order to learn this network, we should know certain terminologies. The first terminology is event. So, this event is basically an activity which has some action. There are two types of events, head event and a tail event. Every action will have a head event and end up in the tail event. So I have given an example here. Suppose an activity is 1 to 2. The action starts at the head event 1 and ends at the tail event 2. Similarly, when another action starts at 2 and ends at 3, the tail event 2 now becomes the head event 2 and ends at the tail event 3. So with this, I'll give you a small example. And show you, or teach you rather, how to deal with the networking problem and continuously how to do the critical path method. I have some here for you with several activities. The activities are 1 to 2 with its duration of 5. Let us assume the duration is in days. So all the duration we can refer as days. 1 to 2 5 days, 1 to 3 7 days, 2 to 4 2 days, 3 to 4 10 days, 4 to 5 3 days, 5 to 6 9 days, 6 to 7 2 days, and 5 to 7 3 days. The questions that can be asked here, a very basic question is to draw network. When you draw the network, it should be purely based on the activities which are given. Then the other questions which are generally asked in this problem is find the project duration and the critical path. So for finding the project duration and the critical path, we need to first draw the network. So let me teach you a freehand version of drawing the network. After the freehand version is drawn, you can use a proper scale, a sharp pencil, and draw a good networking diagram. So let us start. One basic rule of a network is there should always be only one starting point and one finishing point or ending point. So I'll start with the starting point here, which is 1. If you see the sum, it has two activities coming from 1 to 2, 1 to 3. When two activities come out for draw out of 1, what we can do is we can take one activity from the top and the second activity from the bottom. 1 to 2, 1 to 3. It doesn't mean always 2 should be on top. You can have even 3 on top and 2 on the down. It can be 1 to 3, 1 to 2. No problems as far as the numbers being interchanged. 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Now this next activity is 2 to 4, then followed by 3 to 4, which means 2 to 4, 3 to 4. See what I have done, when I saw the activities, 2 reaches 4 and 3 reaches 4, which means 4 is going to be the connecting point where 2 is going to reach as well as 3 is going to reach. So that's the reason why I brought 4 in the middle, so that it is in straight line with 1. At the same time, from 2 we can reach 4 and 3 we can reach 4. 2 to 4, 3 to 4. Then 4 to 5. 4 to 5. 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 5 to 7. 6 to 7, 5 to 7, which means 7 is the last point. So I'll take 7 here, 5 to 7 and 6 to 7. So I have actually completed the network diagram. If you see the basic rule which I told you, one starting point, one ending point. At times people tend to believe that only this should be the shape of the network. It is not so. Even I could have drawn 5 to 6 here, 5 to 7 over here, and 6 to 7 I have taken it here, and I could have easily drawn 5 to 6 here and 6 to 7 here, which means this triangle can be on the top or it can even be on the bottom. So now we have drawn the diagram. What is the next question? Find the project duration. I am going to teach you the easiest way of finding the project duration. Very seldom you can find this technique in other books or places. First let us see activity 1 to 2, the duration is 5. So what you do, you take a pen. The starting time is going to be 0. So 0, duration is 5, which means 0 plus 5, the activity ends or completes at 5. The first is the starting time and the second is the finishing time. We call this as earliest starting time and earliest finishing time. So activity 1 to 2, earliest starting time is 0, earliest finishing time is 5. Similarly 1 to 3, 0 to 7. And one more point is, when you write this earliest starting time and earliest finishing time, try to write on top of the line so that it will be consistent in the problem. We can always assume the timings which are given on top of the line is the EST and EFT. The next is 2 to 4, which is 2. Now activity 2 to 4 can commence only after 1 and 2 completes, which means 1 and 2 completes at 5. I can start only after this is done. So my starting time for 2 to 4 is going to be 5. When it is 5 plus 2, it is going to be 7. 5 plus 2, 7. 3 to 4, it is 10. 7 plus 10, 17. 4 to 5 is 3. Now comes the dilemma, which time should you use? Is it 7 or 17? Because 4 to 5 we should take the timing which is based on the previous activity's completion. So 2 to 4 it takes 7 days, 3 to 4 it takes 17 days, which means we can start activity 4 to 5 only after completing both the activities, not after completing any one of the activities. As a result, I cannot start at 7, I can start only at 17 because both the activities are completed only after 17. So 17 plus 3, 20. 5 to 6 I should use this timing 20, as well as 5 to 7 I will be using the same 20, because after completing 4 to 5 I will start 5 to 6 and 5 to 7 simultaneously. I will start both the jobs simultaneously. Right? This is generally called as parallel activities or simultaneous activities. 5 to 6, 9, which means 20 plus 9, 29. 5 to 7 is 3, which is 23. Then finally 6 to 7, 6 to 7 is 2. 6 to 7 can commence only after 5 to 6 is completed, which is 29 plus 2, 31. So this gives the answer for the question, find the project duration. The project duration is 31 days. Then what's the next question? Find the critical path. See, there are several ways of finding the critical path. I am going to teach you one way, one method which you can follow, and this method is useful for the other aspects of the problem also. How to find the critical path? To find the critical path, I am going to do the backward calculation or the backward timing, or we can call it as reverse timing. For this purpose, first take the project completion time, which is the project duration 31 days. So activity 7 should complete in 31 days. Now take a pencil, write the completion time for 7. The completion time for 7 is 31. So whichever activity ends at 7, see that the ending time is 31 in those activities, which means 6 to 7 my ending time is 31, 5 to 7 my ending time is 31. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to subtract the duration and find the starting time or commencement time of that particular activity, which means from 31, 6 to 7 the duration is 2. If I subtract 2, my commencement time of activity 6 to 7 is going to be 29. Similarly, for 5 to 7 it is 3. If I subtract 3, my commencement time is 28. What is this 29:31 and 20:31 called as? It is called as latest starting time, latest finishing time. 28 is the latest starting time, 31 is the latest finishing time. Here 29 is the latest starting time, 31 is the latest finishing time. The timing which I gave in the pen, on top of the line is EST, EFT, below the line is LST, LFT. Right? Now this 29, which is the commencement of 6 to 7, should be the finishing time of the previous activity, which is 5 to 6. So write this 29 as the finishing time, subtract the duration, you will get the starting time. Now you got the starting time as 20 here. Now for 4 to 5, we should take this 20 or this 28 and write here. So when we went forward, I told you 7 or 17 take the higher time, right? But when you come backwards, 20 or 28, choose the least time, which is 20. So 20 minus the duration of 3, it becomes, the starting time is 17. So this 17 should come over here as well as here. 17 minus 10, 7, 17 minus 2, 15. 7 should come over here, 7 minus 7, 0. 15 should come over here, 15 minus 5, 10. Now we have found the backward timing, which we call as LST and LFT. Now what is the critical path? Critical path, just check out the EST, EFT, LST, LFT. If the timings are equal and same, that is a critical activity. For example, 1 and 2, the timings are not same. EST is 0, EFT is 5, here LST is 10 and LFT is 15, which means EST and LST are not the same. EFT and LFT are not the same, which means it is not critical. 1 to 2 is called as non-critical activity, whereas 1 to 3, EST is 0, LST is 0. EFT is 7, LFT is 7, which means they both are equal, which means this activity is critical. Similarly, you can track this activity continuously. 7, 17, 7, 17, 17, 20, 17, 20, 20, 29, 20, 29, 29, 31, 29, 31. So I have just marked an equal to over here. The activities which I have not marked equal to are non-critical. For example, 1 to 2 I have not marked because the timings is not same. Similarly, 2 to 4 also it is not same. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 5 to 7 is non-critical, whereas 1 to 3, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 are critical activities. Hence we call this as the critical path. This critical path will actually lead you to the end from 1 to 7, but also the time or the duration taken to complete this is the longest, hence we call it as the critical path also.